A while since you stopped by.
I know, right?
Yeah, so it's always nice to have you back in studio. Let's talk about this fundraising campaign and what it helps and who it helps.
Absolutely. So Circle of Lights is obviously a time-honored tradition in
Yes,
Indianapolis, and Central Indiana residents, visitors, the like, come downtown to Monument Circle on Black Friday to see the lights turn on Monument Circle. And every so often, we have to change those bulbs.
Right.
They, get tired. So
And there are quite a few of them, too.
There are quite a few. There's 4,784 bulbs exactly every
Wow.
single year. And this year is special because we got to bring them down and put new ones on, but that meant that we had to retire them.
And you can't just throw them in the trash.
Or
I mean, you could have done that, but that would not have been good
It's not as fun.
environmentally.
No.
So what you decided to do is make commemorative bulbs for a fundraiser, and I think it's a great idea. Let's talk about that. And what are they made out of?
Absolutely. So the bulbs themselves are the actual bulbs that sit on the garland that light up Monument Circle.
Wow.
So these are authentic, real bulbs that light it up every single year. And they have been on Circle of Lights for the last couple of years, and now it's finally time to retire them and turn them into our decorative ornaments.
I think this is such a great idea because for folks out there who make it such a family tradition to go down every year to see the Circle of Lights, they can actually have these as ornaments on their trees now.
It's really cool.
And then what's also cool is the intern responsible for the packaging this year.
Yeah.
Incredible design shout out to the intern for doing
shout out
this
Sierra.
because it's great.
She killed it.
So let's talk about the colors, what they represent. What do each ornament represent?
Yeah, so each bulb represents a different branch of military. We have Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, and Coast Guard. So if someone donates $50 or more, they can receive one of these decorative ornaments that symbolizes the Soldiers and Sailors Monument that Indiana War Memorials keeps.
That's awesome. And if anybody wants to participate or contribute, what can they do?
Absolutely. So you can go to any of Downtown Indy's social medias. That's the most direct way to find a link to donate to the Keeping Spirits Bright Fund campaign. But you can also go to Downtown Indy's website underneath Circle of Lights to find everything that's going to happen for this season.
I think that's awesome. We have to mention that this doesn't happen all the time. I mean, the bulbs that you have up there now, they're LED, so they last pretty long. But when you get an opportunity to replace those bulbs, this is an opportunity for people who love, first of all, the holidays and like ornaments. This is a great way to capture a memory with these.
It's a fantastic way. These are such a special piece of history in Indianapolis and downtown as a whole, but it's an extra special part because this is the first time that we've had ornaments made out of the new bulbs. We used to have old-fashioned ones, and now they're LEDs. So this is a piece of modern history for Indianapolis that people can take home.
Let's talk about the cost really quick. Is there a cost to this?
So it's actually part of a donation fundraiser.
Okay.
All the money raised during Keeping Spirits Bright goes towards the revamping of the bulbs and the garlands that light up Monument Circle, as well as brand new holiday decor that's going to hit Monument Circle this season.
Well, that's incredible. You want to look forward to that. And there are not too many of these. Again, you said 4,000.
784.
All right. So if you're out there, they go fast.
They do.
Faith, good to see you. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. We'll be right back.